All right, and we're back.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
And this is Tanner.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Yes, absolutely, Tanner. Thanks for coming on my show here at Lucky Leaf.
Absolutely, yeah. So Lucky Leaf, it's a fun time. How's your Lucky Leaf been so far?
You know, my social battery's getting a little low.
That's
it's
fair.
good.
Yeah.
It's a little smaller than MJ Biz.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
a little. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
A bit bigger than some of the cannabis events we were having maybe 5 years ago. That's for sure. We weren't at the expo.
No, and they weren't at an expo. They were probably in someone's basement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
And you had to have a knock 3 times with the code word.
probably better weed. But that's okay.
It was better weed.
Here, so we're here. We're going to be playing a little bit of a game today.
Okay.
Now this is a game called Word Salad Strain
and
Name.
Dale.
Truth or we could play that. As well.
Okay, we'll play that after
All right,
this.
we'll do. Yeah, that's the after party. Word
Spin the
Salad
bottle.
Strain Name is what we're going to be doing today. Now this is a game that we've played before. You're going to randomly be given 3 words from 3 categories, and you're going to have to describe if a strain had that name. What do you think it would taste or smell or be like? I'm trying to remember the one that Steve had last time, Lemur OG Breath, I think. Lemur Breath OG. And he had to describe sort of like being woken up in the morning by Zabuma food. Or, yeah, just like having that little lemur on your chest. Him just like... And that smell that you get is like the smell of this weed.
Well, I would need to know the lineage before I could go there.
Well, so you get to make it all up. That's the best part.
Okay.
So we've got.
Because I was going to say that sounds like peanut butter breath with OG.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
And so all of the words that we have today, generally speaking, come from real strains. Some of them totally made up, though.
Okay.
So we've got 3 different categories that you're going to be.
But you know the good thing about cannabis is if you make up a strain name, it's going to show up on the shelf. I've done that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that is.
If you Google GG1 or GG3 and GG7, there's no such thing. Donna and I made it up. Mm-hmm. And next thing you know is on the dispensary shelf.
And I love that. And I also love that there really is no outer limits to what you can put on a dispensary shelf. You know, I remember when medical was first coming online and people were like, are they going to put Alaskan Thunderfuck on the shelf in the dispensary?
You know, I was just had a call with Alaska Thunderfuck yesterday.
There we go.
I did.
So we've got 3 different categories here. One is color, so you're going to be given a color word. The next one is a toxic thing or something dangerous. And then finally, you're also going to be given a Girl Scout cookie. So,
I don't do sugar.
Oh, you don't have to actually eat it.
Oh, okay.
But you have to describe. If we had a strain that was these 3 words put together, zebra, pineapple, haze, or whatever, what do you think it would taste like? So feel free to grab a word out of each of these envelopes here. We can sort of help coordinate.
You can help me.
Perfect.
Who grows these names? Okay, we like.
All right, here we go. So we've got the words diesel, periwinkle, and then the Girl Scout cookie tag-along. So what I want you to think about is take that like pineapple or the peanut butter patty cookie, that periwinkle color, that like diesel-y smell.
What color's periwinkle?
It's like a light blue, it's like eggshell blue almost.
That would be kind of cute.
One of the most popular crayon colors for those who don't know. Shout out Crayola. Yep, today's episode of Northern Lights is brought to you by Crayola.
So do I get to make up the name?
Yeah, you can sort of put them in any order you want. Like maybe it's like a diesel tag-along periwinkle. Maybe it's like a periwinkle tag-along. Like, you know, like let's sort of come up with what the proper combination of that you think should be.
All right.
All right, so we've got some periwinkle tag-along diesel.
Yep.
All right, so I'm working. I walk into a dispensary. I go up to the counter. The guy's working there. He's like, what do you want today? I'm like, I've never heard of this before.
It is the peridinkle.
The peridinkle.
The peridinkle
Peridinkle diesel.
Yeah, yep.
Peridinkle. What does that taste like? What does that smell like?
Well, you know the dinkles, right?
Yeah, for sure.
It's got a lot of like
a lot
flavor
of
notes.
dingles.
Okay,
yes, all
right. And the terps are a little peanut buttery.
Okay, for sure.
Yeah, kind of sticky like peanut butter.
All right.
And then afterwards you get that cotton mouth like you would with peanut butter. Just a...
Oh, all right.
Yeah, which is always good. That means it's good weed when you get...
For sure.
Yeah.
I got to be honest, I don't know if that taste is exactly what I want.
Okay, well, you tell me what you want.
No,
and then
no.
I will make up whatever strain you want, and even though it's not it,
okay,
we'll just change the strain name on the shelf.
All right.
And then I can sell it to you.
I'd be happy with that.
Okay.
You just take the jar and put a new sticker
Absolutely.
on it? Beautiful.
They do it in Vegas all the time.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's just like, wow, this
Yeah.
citrusy strain really smells super gassy.
And then
That's
if you
crazy
tell
how
them it
that works.
doesn't, it's placebo effect, and they're going to believe you that it actually is what you think.
We were talking about this earlier, where if someone took a THC gummy versus a CBD gummy, how many of your average consumers out there would actually 5, 20, 30 minutes later be able to say, oh yeah, no, that was definitely CBD.
It's kind of like when we would sell oregano to the football players, and they would be like, dude, this was the best ever. Yeah.
Like, glad you enjoyed.
Yeah. I mean, I would never have done anything
No,
like
never,
that.
never.
No,
Definitely
no,
not.
no.
And I've definitely never bought a bag of oregano and went,
Right.
man, that was
But
great.
it's so
to eat."
funny because you imagine like they're like eating pizza later in life. And like, gosh, this reminds me of that weed I had back in high school.
Yeah, they're in like their first cooking class as an adult. And they're like, oh, it's a spice
You remember when
herbs.
that
Like, tell me
weed
what this
used
is.
to be like Italian flavored?
Oh,
They need to bring those terps back.
what a disappointing experience walking into a dispensary and smelling things and be like, I don't, that's really what I want.
No.
Then you go to like a pizza restaurant and you're like, holy shit, they've got good wheat here.
Well, we could give them GMO.
Yeah, there
It's
we
a
go.
little bit like that.
Well, and I suppose that
Like dirty socks
that
meets an
terpene
Italian.
flavonoid is somewhere in that cannabis
Yeah.
family.
Yeah.
So what are you looking forward to doing the rest of Lucky Leaf? You said it's now 2:30, coming to like the end
It is
part of our day.
2:30. Yeah. I look forward to Lucky Leaf is tonight.
Okay.
I heard there's a really cool show. Or a little cool after party.
Okay.
Yeah. You should go.
Oh.
I could maybe get you tickets.
Okay.
I know the guys.
Ooh, all
I
right.
do know the guys.
You guys, unfortunately, can't go. By the time you're seeing this, we had a great time.
Yeah. We are the time.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
No. Lucky Leaf's been fun. I mean, this is probably my 10th 100th show in the world, and it's exciting to see Minnesota coming around. I wish there was more consumers here, or like not consumers, customers for business to business.
Yeah.
This is a lot of consumers looking for samples versus like, how do I get a micro? How do I get a mezzo? What's this look like next? So it's it's whiffy,
Totally.
but
Less of the industry support and more
Right.
of the industry shopping.
right.
Totally.
Like we could do that down on First Ave. We could do some industry shopping there. Yeah.
And
But I'm excited too.
at
Is
home.
I got to bring some out-of-staters here. I've got my friends from Oklahoma. I've got my friends from California, from Oregon. So that's been kind of fun.
I
I get
love
to
it.
see a little bit of Minnesota.
It's like a little family get together. Right?
Yeah.
Having everyone
Yeah.
here.
Well, and it's nice too because in Minnesota, I've always had to be not who I really am. And then when I get to have industry nights like this or days like this, I actually get to be who I've been in the last 15 plus years.
Totally. Well, and I
Right.
imagine it's been exciting being able to like actually bring more of Minnesota into that world that existed, and to bring more of that world into Minnesota, especially as legalization comes on board.
Well, if Minnesota's ready.
Oh, that's such a good point.
I don't know if Minnesota's ever going to be ready.
Yeah,
But
it'll
you know,
be.
I said something earlier today with the money guy, and he said, "Well, what do you think? What are you excited about for Minnesota? What are you upset about it taking so long?" And I said, in all honesty, Minnesota's not ready. And what I mean by that is they don't deserve her. She is an amazing plant. She can do so many amazing things, and we're not ready for her.
Interesting.
And I think that is why we have been pushing back for so long, because there is so much other things going on, that she is Mother Nature.
Yeah.
She is a goddess, and she's like, you know what? I'm going to come out when I'm ready to come out, and you guys can blame politics on this. You can blame the governing centers, but actuality is I'm not ready for Minnesota.
I think that's fair. I was reading earlier today that New Jersey is looking at recriminalizing cannabis obtained from a non-legal source.
There was Erin.
I know. I also
I wanted to give her a shout out, but
shout out Erin DuPree if you're
yes,
still,
wherever
still
you
listening.
are, we want you back. No, she's gone. She needs to be our OCM.
That is a hot take. I don't necessarily disagree, but I don't know many people that agree with you.
You know what? Welcome to my world.
Yeah.
Let's talk about how many people don't agree with me.
Yeah, I think.
I think she's. If we look at what Minnesota's done ever since that, she was not the wrong choice.
Yeah, I'm sort of caught a little flat-footed, but I don't necessarily disagree with the sentiment.
Right.
I think.
I think she would have been a neutral party.
Yeah, perhaps. I think if I got to choose a head chef of a kitchen, I would want someone who had cooked food before.
I would want Brian Hanna.
Yeah, I think I want the people that are in charge, I think, should
Actually
know
have done
what's going on.
right.
Yeah,
And
but
that's very,
I think more so than the people that we had in charge in the past.
Right.
So,
Well, I don't think anybody that is working on this bill has actually walked the talk. There's a thing called sweat equity.
for sure.
And I don't know anybody that has actually had sweat equity that's actually writing this bill.
Yeah.
That's actually a lobbyist behind it that's getting paid money to explain that.
Yeah, totally.
And that's sad. And that's why where we are.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I don't know one person that's metric certified. I am.
And until they fix that will continue to support the legacy market.
Camera guy.
Camera guy.
Right there.
Jordan, right there.
No, I don't know. Stranger.
Other camera guy?
Stranger danger.
Oh, he's one of Steve's friends.
Oh, he's Steve's friend.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
Steve's friend's our friend.
Shout out to Steve's friends.
Okay. Hi, Steve's friend. Yeah. But no, let's talk about Minnesota.
Yeah.
Let's talk about peanut butter dangles.
Okay, yeah. What do you think the Minnesota consumer is really going to be looking for in terms of products? New York really surprised me because it's the first state where pre-roll or vape cartridges outsell every other market.
Right. And I look at metrics a lot in every other state. I have always done that, especially being an operator in other states, is what is selling in that state and how that is going to funnel into these states. Where in Michigan, flower, all hands down flower, edibles are number 2. But vape carts, it's all about what have you already normalized. I think with Minnesota, because we've normalized the drinks and the edibles, we're definitely going to see that moving forward.
Yeah, totally.
I think what I hear is everyone's like, I want a gummy or I want a drink because I don't want to smell like that. Minnesota says they're ready, but they're all still closet cannabis users. They don't want to walk out and smell like cannabis all day long. So I really see that moving forward. I think also it's, great, you can get 10 milligrams versus 5 milligrams, but at the end of the day, we need to normalize. It's okay to have 5 milligrams. You don't need 50 at one shot. Use this to be able to microdose throughout the day. But I really see that the edibles being continued.
Interesting. Yeah. I don't think you're at all wrong. And I think the idea of what's been normalized, that's what people are going to gravitate towards.
Right.
Is spot on.
And we always have our headies. We're going to have people that, want the rosin, they want the flower. But we don't have a lot of connoisseurs here, people that go, oh, I'm looking for the terps. And I love to hear that people want to have a cannabis craft grow. But at the end of the day, Minnesota's not craft. Michigan and Oregon are the top 2 craft cannabis states in the United States by far. They're highly educated.
Yeah.
They understand what they want. They know what they're looking for. Sun grown, organic soil. Minnesota's just like, I want weed. I don't really care. And that's not general, but it's most people.
Do you think as legalization continues to roll out, Minnesota will advance as a market? Or do you think we're
Look at breweries. Okay, everybody used to drink beer and eventually became into craft brewing, right? We've got all these craft brewers out there and people learned that there's other flavors besides Bud Light and Guinness. So it's like, how can we make that? So the same thing's going to happen with cannabis. I hope it's my lifetime. I doubt it is. It will be my son's lifetime.
Okay.
And he's going to see this, oh, I'm smoking this because of effect. I'm smoking this because of flavor. Where right now it's just, I'm smoking this because of the THC board. And and as we get older, so we've got some of these young kids coming in here loving weed, and they're learning terpenes, they're learning profiles, they're learning, understanding that the do-si-do is the peanut butter patties is flavored that because it has that scent. So they're going to grow up, and then they're going to be a connoisseur themselves. So it's going to take that age group to grow up, and then we'll start seeing that market.
Very cool.
Where the people that understand terpenes are all under, we grow our own. We're not going to go to a dispensary to get our own. At least I don't think so.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I heard one time tourists are where what dispensaries are for, and everyone
Absolutely.
else they know a person. They've got their plug.
Right. Well, I mean, liquor, it's the same thing. If you want a good beer, your buddy's going to actually make it. You can go to Target and buy a craft, a beer maker right there.
Yeah. I tried to make apple cider at home one time. I was really proud. I got it all bottled up. I went to go pop it open, and it was way too filled with sugar, way too alcoholic. It exploded. It was all over my kitchen.
That happens.
Yeah.
But I bet you got drunk.
It was a fun time, that's for sure. Not cleaning, but afterwards, yes.
Yes.
Very sure.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I think we'll let you get back to Lucky Leaf, but we appreciate you coming by. Any final thoughts as we wrap up here? And
No, I mean, how do you feel the market?
I am pessimistic. I think the Minnesota model, as it was written, is unique.
Right.
And I think we're seeing that without proper implementation, you can have a really good plan, but if you don't do the plan or the plan doesn't actually fit the reality of the world you're in, it doesn't matter. It's a piece of paper.
Right.
And so I think I'm hoping that our market continues to evolve, especially as licenses roll out. But we'll see.
Are you going to get a license?
No. I'm very grateful that I have a day job, that I'm working for someone who's seeking out a license. But for me, myself, I'm excited to continue to grow at home, continue to have my friends who grow and process at home, and watch our industry evolve.
And it will.
Slowly,
Awesome.
every day.
Awesome. Well, thank you for having me.
Yeah, no, thank you for having me on your
Yes.
show. That's
Well, it's really not my show. It's my friend. His name's Tanner.
Oh,
And
shit. Okay.
yeah, and Stefan. Have you met him?
No.
Oh, Steven.
What? Oh, we know that guy.
Ah! Yeah.
We're gonna have to have him on.
Come here.
Oh, all right. Here we'll do a little scoochie.
We got 3 more minutes and you're involved.
Okay, I'm here for it.
Okay. We're going to play a game.
Here you go. All right, so we've got 3 envelopes. We got a
All right.
color. We've got a toxic or dangerous thing, and we've got a Girl Scout cookie. So we're gonna.
Oh, we're going to pick the name for
Are we
him.
making strains?
We are, yeah. We're playing word salad strain name. Steve knows this game. We
I'm
talked
gonna
about that
make it
Lemur Breath OG. right at the
OG
beginning.
Lemur Breath.
OG Lemur Breath. Yeah, that's a good one. All right.
You pick one for him.
All right. So we got. So these are all Girl
Do you
Scout
realize that
cookies?
you're going to get in a lot of lawsuits, right?
No, because
Oh.
today's episode is brought to you by the Girl Scouts of America.
Oh.
Powered by, not
Oh.
sponsored by. That would be illegal for us to say.
Allegedly, yes.
Yeah, but today is brought to you by, because without them, we wouldn't be able to play this game. So,
This is the DDT strain. This is Dandelion Death Trefoils.
oh yeah.
DDT.
Yeah,
Do you
DDT.
need a job?
It's a chocolatey. It's a chocolate.
I'm so out of strain names in my world. You're hired.
I'm hired.
There we go. You got a job.
My job got me a job.
This word salad strain name is now going to be your
DDT.
life.
You know what they call me? Steve Jobs.
Steve Jobs. You heard it here first, folks.
I do like him.
So Dandelion Death Trefoils.
What type of cookie is the trefoil?
So that is the original
That's
Girl
the
Scout
one
cookie.
that's shaped like
If
a Girl Scout.
Yeah, if you've ever had the lemonades,
Yes.
it's that without the lemonade. It's
So
just a shortbread cookie.
So this is an OG strain.
Yeah. OG.
Yeah.
What is an what?
A landrace, you could say, maybe?
A landrace. Tell us what OG means from a strain name.
OG is an actual strain.
Okay, so OG.
Okay, so for an example, when we got sued by the adhesive company, everyone's like, well, we had to call it original glue. So they're like, well, just say OG. And Don and I, Josie and I were like, absolutely not. OG is an actual lineage. So no.
You can't, yeah. Now you could cross something and it could be OG that, but OG stands on its own.
It stands on its own lineage, so to speak. So if you put OG in there, you're just being a fucking poser.
There we go.
Right. Yeah.
Facts only.
Yeah. No. You don't
So
want to do that.
OG Lemur Breath, out.
Out. No OG.
Out.
No.
Turns out we made that up.
Yeah, wasn't a real strain name.
I mean, you never know. Somewhere in here, an OG could have been, because every genetic nowadays is what I would consider a mutt.
Yeah.
A
melt.
big mutt.
A mutt.
A mutt.
Like a dog.
Speaking
Yes.
of mutts, I do hope that the death of this strain name gives it like that morning dog breath smell that's just like almost rancid, but like a little sweetness.
I was thinking death would be more of like the fade at the end.
Oh, okay. All right. I like
a
that.
darker strain.
All right.
Yeah.
There we go.
Can we play another one? Can we do another?
We can absolutely do another one. Yeah. We've got, we can do this up to 6 times.
6 times.
And we could do it more, but then we just got to put them back in the envelope. So. Oh, yeah. Let's
Oh,
hear it.
so I can grab from here?
Oh, yeah. You can just grab any Girl Scout cookie out of there.
So these are Girl Scout cookies. Okay.
Because today's episode is
Aw.
brought to you by the Girl Scouts of America. All right, we've got 3 words here: a color, a toxic or not great thing, and a Girl Scout cookie, because it is Girl Scout cookie season. I don't know if you guys know that. This
Have
is
you
a
started
I already-
shopping?
topical game. I went there and I said, "Do you guys have any vegan gluten-free cookies?" And they were like,
They
"No."
do have gluten-free.
They have gluten-free. You're right. And so I got those. Not vegan,
Not
but
vegan.
delicious.
Are you on the vegan diet?
Doing dairy-free, so but
Yeah.
I can make the
Right.
exemption for the Girl Scouts.
Right.
I did buy mine. There was a girl on Facebook that I follow, and her daughter needed 3 more boxes to get her thing, and so I bought 6.
There we go. I like that.
If you couldn't buy Girl Scout cookies, but you could buy this strain, would you buy glitter poison lemonade?
I absolutely would, because I know it would have a nice little like citrusy, maybe like a sweetness to it. I don't love the glitter.
Where does that go for you? If you're seeing a strain that starts with glitter, is it the frosty terps on it?
I would see the glycerin.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah. Or I would just think that maybe somebody sprinkled like some HHC or
Yeah.
something on there.
Yeah, that nasty, which would get you the poison,
True.
depending on how you produce the HHC.
Right, and you would probably pucker up with lemonade.
Which is kind of my
Yeah.
terp preference. I like the
You like-
citrusy,
yeah.
lemony.
So maybe
yeah.
this would be more of like a moon rock kind of thing. It's like a coated, you get that
Ooh,
glittery.
You know, my old partner in
Lemonade color?
Washington, Fat Panda, started the Moon Rocks.
Very
He
cool.
did a
Wow.
killer job with that.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I don't fuck with moon rocks. I once saw him at the Red Rocks parking lot before going into a concert at Red Rocks, and I was legitimately scared
Rock.
because I was already doing drugs, and then those moon rocks scared me a little bit more than I was
But
ready.
legal drugs.
No, I was not at the time. I don't do that anymore.
Yeah,
though.
No.
statute of limitations. That's the long,
Right.
long past.
Right.
Because that was at least like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
24 hours, it doesn't count.
Yeah, no,
Right.
no. It's a different state.
Yeah.
All right, glitter,
then-
poison, lemonade.
But now my question is,
Yeah.
if you went by color, so why did you guys pick these 3 things for your strain names?
So here's the reason why. I had done a dab last night, and my wife has eaten an edible.
And you got creative.
And I turned to her and I went, I need a game tomorrow fast. What are the categories that we should do? And she came up with these 3 categories. So shout out Sarah.
Always.
And
Wow.
yeah, so that's where this
so
came
it
from.
was Deep Thoughts by Tanner and Sarah.
It was thoughts.
Deep terps.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
high thoughts.
High thoughts.
But why would you get glitter?
Glitter was perceived as a color. So where that comes from is we originally had the Girl Scout cookie category as adjective, and then we had the idea of Girl Scout
I think
cookie, and
he's
it's like,
bringing out the teacher right now.
yeah, and then we had to switch
It's
the
never left.
glitter into the color.
You know stoners don't go that deep.
Tanner does.
Glitter is a color.
He's not your average stoner.
You can't have glitter without color. So
But
you
what
go.
color is glitter?
What is glitter in?
I don't even know what glitter is.
Oh, glitter is
Well,
so,
I know what glitter is, but how is glitter made?
So glitter is actually tiny sheets of metal that's encoded in plastic, and then it's like printed into this microscopic form. This is totally real, absolutely.
Absolutely.
And the number one industry in the entire world that buys glitter is the boating industry, because they paint their boats with that glittery adhesive. All of that paint is infused with more glitter than is used in every other industry in the world. I know you might think adult entertainment, number one consumer of glitter in the world. You would be wrong. I know maybe kids crafting. No, wrong.
It's boats.
Boats and hose.
Boats and hose are where all the glitter goes. Wow, incredible.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
We learned about boats and hose.
Any other questions that we have today?
Are you coming to the after party?
You know it. That's
Hell
the,
yeah.
That's the reason I came to Lucky Leaf.
Hell yeah, Modest Brewing, baby. 5 to 11. I gotta run. I gotta get that party set up.
All right,
You do?
we'll catch you later, my
I
man.
will be there tonight.
Hell yeah,
I
thanks for
will.
being on the show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Always, Kat. We love having you on the show, and thanks for playing along with the Northern
Yes.
Lights.
Yeah,
yes,
we-
we'll come over to my booth when you guys have time.
You got
EST
it.
Tech, I'll
Yeah.
stop by tomorrow.
EST, I like that.
No doubt. We'll be right back.
Awesome.
We'll be right back. Attention Northern Lights listeners. Whether you're growing cannabis indoors or outdoors, organically or hydroponically, Eco Garden Supply has the tools to help you succeed. From premium organic nutrients to advanced hydro systems, they've got everything you need to cultivate like a pro at home. Head to ecogardensupply.com now or visit them in person at 800 Transfer Road, Suite 3, St. Paul, Minnesota 55114 and elevate your cannabis. Eco Garden Supply. Growing supplies for the serious grower.